Hey, welcome. This is Brian Johnson. Tonight is going to be very special. I don't usually teach on Thursday nights. Tonight, I get to. And here's the topic of tonight's training. I've been thinking about this all day, and I'm just super enthusiastic to share it with you. So, could there be one skill set that you can master that will directly impact and guarantee success in any endeavor that you decide to invest yourself into? Is there one skill set that you think can accomplish this? So I would love to hear from each of you. I'm super grateful that all of you are here. I would love to hear from you and post what you think the skill set is that we're going to discuss tonight. And I have my computer up. My computer is working now after 2 days of going through all of Facebook's awesome malware and all that stuff. So I finally am back on track. So what's up, Tammy Hudson, Teresa Molicone Brown, Francis Brent, Sean Fines, Audrey? What's the one skill besides Chris that you think this is? And I would really appreciate it if you would please share my broadcast. And I thank you, because tonight I talk about a lot of pretty awesome stuff all the time, stuff that I find is near and dear to my heart, stuff I've invested a lot of time and a lot of money in mastering and being a student of at the same time. And I'm just really grateful and honored that you are investing your time with me and you're going to allow me to share this with you, because there's a lot of things that I share with you. What's up, Tech Ninja? There's a lot of things that I share with you that are very valuable. This one is going to take the cake. It's going to take the trophy. It's going to take the prize. Because it doesn't matter what you do on any of the other stuff that I talk about. If this one is off, you're off your mark. Okay, so we're actually going to talk about this tonight. So if this is your first time joining me tonight, I'm grateful for you. I have my computer open so that I can check questions as they pop up. And no, it's not gratitude. Hey, Brian, I think the skill is do what you say you're going to do. Nope, Diane, good job, though. So keep it up, keep it up. I have my, what's up, Rachel? I like your new hairdo. Tech Ninja, I appreciate you. Josh Fines, what's up, brother? And so, for those of you that are looking to connect with me further, make sure you connect with us on thinkgreatloseweight.com. Make sure you connect with us on my YouTube page, our YouTube page, Think Great Lose Weight. That way you can stay afloat and connected with us. And ultimately, I'm just going to be completely Brian and authentic with you. What's up, Rebecca King? If it wasn't for you, I would not be doing these things. So I really owe a lot of gratitude and appreciation to you for supporting me, for showing up consistently and allowing me to connect and share with you. And it means a lot to me that you invest your time with me and allow me to share the things that I get to share with you. Close, Kathleen. Forgiveness, close. What's up, Rebecca? Good to see all of you. Babs Boudreau, welcome. So far, you have not nailed it on the head yet. I'm going to give everybody a few more minutes. And just to kind of give you some background on myself for a moment, for my newcomers and people that persistence, that's a good one, but that's not it. Think very basic, almost mundane, yet super exciting. No. Close, Ash. Audrey. So, for those of you that are just joining, I appreciate you. And tonight we're going to get into the content right now. I literally have about 26 minutes to share this with you. And we're going to dig in because I know that I'm always inspired. Like, honestly, this is the best time of my day. This is the time I look to the most. The rest of my stuff, when I'm doing all the other things I get to do, not so fun. I've had a couple of naps today. I've worked out a couple times today. I really was kind of bored with the stuff that I was doing. So this is where I actually thrive. This is where I love to connect and to share with you, because this is where it's at for me. It's just fun. It's what I do best, when I feel most alive, when I get to teach and share. And really, I'm just a messenger. I'm not a public speaker. So we've got a lot of questions so far. We've got a lot of responses, rather, on what you think it is that we're going to talk about. And those are all amazing responses. And those are all not what I'm looking for. So without further ado, let's actually share with you what my topic of discussion is tonight. So there's a Bible verse specifically that I love, and I'm going to share it with you, and here it is. Not religion, talking strictly biblical, talking like, what if the Bible is a book of laws? Let's analyze it from that perspective. So, by your words and by my words, we are justified, and by our words, we are condemned. Now, what exactly does that mean? Great question. Here's an example of something, and I'm going to give you some roundabout clues to see if you can figure it out before I give you the actual answer. So, have you ever seen a big, massive ship? Have you ever seen a huge ship in the ocean? Close, Audrey. That's not it. A big, massive ship, no matter how big the ship is, there's one little bitty small component that controls the whole outcome of where the ship goes. It's called the rudder. It's called the rudder. Now, let's think about this. I'm giving you some more hints. Our human body, immaculate, completely designed and orchestrated by God. We are created in His like image. We have amazing capabilities. Like, we literally can create anything that we can imagine. In Scripture, it talks about, we had better confuse their language, for there is anything they cannot do. And if you've ever listened to human beings, you may understand, as I start enlightening you to some things tonight, you may see that there's a lot of times there is some babble going on, meaning useless communication and conversation. Call that babble. Now, similar or exactly just like a ship that gets controlled through the ocean by a little rudder, our body, our outcomes, the feelings that our outcomes create, how our body is physically, how our relationships are, how we are hitting our goals, whether we set goals. Getting closer, Brent. No matter what it is, good, bad, or indifferent, it is created by our words and our language. If you master and you take the time to invest in what I'm actually telling you tonight, if you master your language, and you master what comes out of your mouth, and you are conscious, you are on purpose, you are intentional, and you are awake, it is your words or your language that will create everything that you are experiencing in your life. Now, what exactly does that mean? Here's what that means. Let's talk about some different things that I think that you may find helpful. And hold on one second. I'm going to change my chairs. All right. I'm having a ball instead. All right. Here we go. Let's adjust these a little bit. Jess. All right. Here we go. Back in action. So what I'm inviting you to consider is this. No matter who you are, where you're trying to go, and what you are attempting to accomplish, I guarantee if you focus on what you're saying, be in alignment with what you're saying, be congruent consciously and subconsciously, you will create everything that your little heart desires. And when you have a desire, that literally means of the Father. Our words make the most dramatic impact in our life, period. You can tell, I can tell a lot by someone, how they speak, words they say, the positioning, the articulation. I can tell a lot about whether someone is literally awake or whether they are asleep. And tonight I'm going to share with you some things that I think that you may find very helpful. If you use them, you will find that they are extremely effective. Matter of fact, you probably hear me use these often in my own speech, in the ways that I'm actually communicating with you. You will hear a lot of these things, and you may say sometimes, that sounds really weird. And you know what? A lot of times, or every time, when I was learning new information and implementing new tactics, and I would come home and start saying different things in different ways, I felt really weird. And more importantly than that, my family felt really weird around me, which was like a double whammy. But you know what? I don't care. I'm open-minded and willing to execute what works. And I don't care if I feel uncomfortable for a minute. I am okay and willing to experience some pain to experience the pleasure that's available to me. And my invitation to you is to give yourself permission to be uncomfortable being cancel. That's a language. Give yourself permission to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because the one thing that I can share with you that I found on my journey, and you can totally validate this yourself, the only thing that's consistent in life is change. There's so many people who are not happy or okay with change. I gave myself permission at an early age to say, you know what, I'm completely okay with change. I love change. I love it because it sparks new neurotransmitters. It creates new experiences. It allows for me to have new wisdom, new experiences, new connections. It allows me to grow as an individual, to ultimately reach the highest version of what my body, brain, mind, spirit is here on the planet Earth to do. I am fully committed to my outcome of being the best version of myself, no matter what it takes. My invitation to you is to be the exact same way for whatever version works for you. Okay? What's up, Robert? Scott Neely, welcome, bro. So I'm going to go through and I'm actually going to start talking to you about some things, and I'm going to share with you some different word phrases. So my invitation to you is, if you're taking notes, get a pen, get a paper, whatever works for you. Trust me. Follow my advice. Make a decision now that you're going to give yourself permission to implement and integrate some of the things that I'm sharing with you. Because here's the thing. My phone went off for a second. There's a massive difference between working hard and working right. Have you ever heard me talk about slight edge thinking? I did a video on it a little while back. Not a whole lot of views on it, and that's okay. I'm going to share it with you now. Slight edge thinking is very, very, very crucial. Because what people don't understand is, like, they come to me and they're like, man, I want to make all these massive changes and do all these massive things in life. What can I do? All right. Stop wanting. Instead, choose it. What? What are you talking about? It sounds weird. I feel weird saying that. Are you interested in feeling weird? Or are you interested in getting results? Because ultimately, working right versus working hard is very simply and 100% switching your word. Wanting. When I say I want something, I specifically am agreeing with not having it. What's up, Josh Fines? I am agreeing with not having it. Wanting, specifically, not talking religion. I'm talking scripturally based. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. What that means is when I say I want this or I want that, that means that I am automatically agreeing with not having it. And that's not wrong. It just gives us feedback, and there's more available to you. Now, naturally and obviously, and almost magically, when you use what it is that I'm asking for you and you implement this into your life, be open-minded for the changes that are going to happen. As you change emotionally and energetically, expect people in your life that don't resonate with you to leave. What's up, Dave? Expect people in your life to leave and new people to come into your life. Because as you change on a subconscious level by what you're saying creates a vibration. Remember when I talked about this last time, how I have phrases all over my water? those words create vibrational differences in my water. So when I drink my water, it meshes with and raises the vibration of all the cellular hydration in my body. So as you start changing words and you start shifting your level of consciousness, give yourself permission to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because people are going to leave your life. New people are going to come in. Understand that's just part of your journey. Sometimes people are only meant to be there for a short while, to have a session or a season with you, to learn, to grow, to have some type of session. And the reason why they showed up is because you're directly connected energetically, and that person is there to serve you for whatever experience it is that you get to co-create together to learn and grow from. When it's time for people to leave, let them go. It's okay. Give them permission to leave, and you give yourself permission to move forward. All right. So let's actually get into this. And what a lot of people don't understand is this, is we have a conscious mind and we have a subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is 100% literal. So you remember me talking about how I was suicidal? I was suicidal in my early 20s. It's crazy. I've told this story. I tell a lot. I'm very transparent. I'm 100% open to let you know exactly what I've been through, because I think it's important for you to be able to connect with me. And you're not going to connect with me through my successes. You're going to connect with me through the ditches and through the trenches and through the messes that I've had, so you understand I'm just like you. So my coach, through my language, picked up that I had a death wish. Here's how. Remember how about 10 seconds ago I said how our subconscious mind is 100% literal? When people are speaking, it's all code. It's all code. Stuttering, how many times they stutter, that's code. It's code to let you know what's going on emotionally. There are certain words, always and never, that mean grief. There's a lot of information going on by language alone. I use a lot of language when I'm coaching my clients over the phone or wherever we're doing Skype. Language helps me to connect with them, and it helps me to understand where they're at. So when I was scratching my arm in class back when I was in my early 30s, and my coach, I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, Bob," I was like, "What does it mean when I'm scratching my arm just really hard?" I don't think I had on my tattoo yet, but my arm was red. I was really scratching. So I walked over to at the break, and I walked up to my coach, Bob, and I said, "Bob, what does it mean when I'm scratching my arm really like this?" And literally, about 5 words out of my mouth, he asked me, "How long have you had a death wish?" What? Are you kidding? It's amazing. How did you know this? I was fascinated. I was hooked at that point. Literally. What happened is somehow during my dialogue, the word choice that I used was, "I don't want to be here." Now, going back to your subconscious being 100% literal, your subconscious is running the show. Mine too. When I said, "I don't want to be," that literally means I don't want to be here on this thing we have called planet Earth, walking around on it. That was literal code for I had a death wish. Not wrong. And my invitation to you is how often do you actually listen to what you are saying? How often do you really listen to what someone else is saying? How often are you around someone you can't even listen to because they don't even know what in the world they're talking about or what they're saying? I'm like, do you even understand what you're saying? We're going to get into some of those common phrases like, hey, I have some, Chris, Francis, if any of you have something that comes to mind like a common phrase or a common saying, like I have a few that I'm going to share. And I was sitting out in my yard with my feet in the grass, choosing to find and choosing to remember a few more, and I did not. And I'm sure some will come up. So we're going to talk about some common phrases that are going on now that people actually say, and they have no idea. For example, "I'll be damned," cancel. "I'll be blessed," please, and thank you. There's a lot of words that people say They don't even question. There's things that have been going on for hundreds of years that we say that nobody has questions. And I'm like, have you really thought about what it is that you're saying? And honestly, I used to say all this stuff, and I had no idea I was completely asleep. When I say asleep, I'm not talking about physically asleep. I'm talking about mentally and emotionally asleep, unaware of what's actually going on in the world, that there literally is a battle for your mind and my mind, spiritual warfare. There are things going on in our planet that is all spiritual warfare. There is a evil force called Satan in the dark side. There's a good force of God, angels, and whatever you believe in that aspect. That is going on right now. Yeah, there's people going to war, but why are those people going to war? Why are things happening? Because the evil forces are fighting against the good forces. That is real. Okay? Now, let's actually I'm going to get into some of the things that you can start to use and say. And here's the deal. My invitation to you is some body language, giving myself direction, moving forward with what I'm hearing as I'm scratching all over the place while I'm talking to you. Give yourself permission to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And my invitation to you is to start integrating these phrases, very simple. And I'm going to show you exactly what they are right now. We're going to get into some of the ones and see what you feel and what you notice. And here's the important part. Here's the litmus test. When you say them and when you switch the saying, pay attention to how you feel. Like we're actually going to do some live interaction tonight. I can't hear you. I am with you, and when I say these things, you're going to say these out loud. People are going to think you're crazy. It's all right. If you're from Austin, that's normal. Who cares? Be crazy. You have to nowadays to thrive. Give yourself permission to be a little wacky. It's all right. So when you say these out loud, here's what you're looking for. You're looking for a raise in volume. You're looking for a straightening up of your body posture. You're looking for a calmness of your body. You're looking for a feeling of a backpack full of bricks that somehow the bricks just fall out of your backpack, lightening up. You look for a deep breath down into your stomach. Those are all validation and confirmation that your body loves or is in agreement and empowered with the word shift that you just integrated. All right, so here we go. Okay, first one. I can't, I need to, and I have to. If you didn't catch my training on the 5 things you can do to cancer-proof your body, I talk about this. Cancer is a belief system specifically of I can't and I have to. Impulsive, impulsive, impulsive. I can't and I have to. Can't, sir. Right? So here's an upgrade for you. You can use this instead of saying I can't, I need to, or I have to. Like this works great when I have to do things that I don't want to do. I'm like, this sucks. I totally do not desire to do this. And I get to do this. I'm so excited that I get to do this. I'm super enthusiastic. I get to do this. If you would like to make a shift in the difference in your stress levels, in your ability to sleep, in your ability to have more energy, in your ability to hit your goals, use this. Instead of I have to, I get to. I get to go to the store. I get to go to the gym. Get to hang out with my family. I get to wash the dishes. That's probably one of my least favorite things to do. And when I get to do that, I tell myself, oh wow, I get to do the dishes. How awesome is that? And automatically, here you go. Here's your play. Let's do this, all right? Say I have to out loud. Everybody go. I have to. I get to. I have to. I get to. What do you notice? Give me a response back and let me know what you notice on your body positions. Because ultimately what I'm inviting you to do and empowering you to do is to get connected with your body. Your subconscious, that's where all of your gold is. If you're in your head and your thinker, you're functioning with 0.0006% of the whole pie. And I went through the whole pie last night on my last training. So catch a training that I did last night. It's still up on my wall. We'll go through it one more time just as review. The whole pie. The whole pie is 100%. Our subconscious mind is all of this except for this little bitty sliver. This is your conscious mind, our thinker, 0.006%. That's right. I get to. I feel better. Perfect. You people, you are awesome. I know y'all are amazing. All right. So what else? What do the others get? I got my computer open so I can see all your stuff. Reluctant feelings when I have to. Yeah, totally. You feel your butt tighten up. That's how you can tell when you get stressed. My butt tightens up. I'm like, I get to. And I choose to make this fun and easy. That, honestly, like, I literally work with some extremely high-level people, and I share that with them, and they are like, dude, cash, check, or charge? Cash, please. I choose to make this fun and easy is the direct opposite of I can't. This is too hard. Ha! David Norton, the man, the myth, the legend. What's up, brother? It's good to see you, man. So we're talking about language right now, David, and we're talking about the difference between I have to and slight edge thinking into I get to. We're talking about shifting your emotional vibration. Relaxed in my face. That's my favorite saying. That's right. So far we're on I have to versus I get to. And I just threw in the language code of I choose to make this fun and easy. And look, ladies and gents, I love you. And if you just take this phrase away today, make a commitment that you're going to use the phrase, I choose to make this fun and easy, 50 times tomorrow verbally throughout your day. Heavens yes. Thank you for saying that, David Norton. That's another one. Hell yeah. How about heavens yes? What's up, JJ? Heavens yes. I actually have that one written down. Thank you for saying that, David. I appreciate that. That was one of my other ones. Instead of heavens yes, cancel. Instead of hell yes, heavens yes. And you see how I said cancel? When you say something like that, when you say cancel clear, it literally clears it off of your screen. Just like our brain is just like a computer. So when you say something, you're like, oh, cancel clear. I choose this instead. It clears that all off of your computer screen, off of your memory. Okay? So let's go through some more. Here's another one. I don't remember. Oh, man. I don't remember. I have so many people that have an unconscious response of I don't remember. I choose to remember. I give myself permission to remember. And I can tell you this much. My memory has dramatically improved. Dramatically improved by simply using those language codes. I choose to remember. I give myself permission to remember. If you use those, amazingly helpful. When you lose your keys, you didn't lose your keys. You just remember that you don't have them, actually. So to say, I forgot my keys or I lost my keys, you didn't lose them. You just now realize that you didn't have them. So you actually just remember that they're not there. So now I give myself permission to remember where I left my keys. And what you're doing by using the language code, you are, I can't. I will. Yeah. Maybe I'm dyslexic right now, maybe. We'll find out about that. Actually, hold on. Totally switched right now. I'm dyslexic. I'm going to switch myself real fast because I caught myself slipping. Hang on real quick. All right, back in action. That's how that works. I was dyslexic right now. Somehow I got switched real fast, and I could tell because what I was meaning to say didn't come out and something else came out. I checked myself to see if I was switched, and then I used an acupressure sequence to reverse it back temporarily, right? So I don't want to remember. I choose to remember. I give myself permission to remember is very important, and it's extremely helpful. What's up, Mike? So here we go. Now, we already talked specifically about, scripturally speaking, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Instead, I choose. I choose this. I choose that. I desire this. I claim that. I require. Let's talk about that. So a lot of times when people say, I need, here's what you're doing. Remember, your subconscious is 100% literal. So when I say I need all the time, if you think about our subconscious as a 3-year-old, because basically that's how it operates. A 3-year-old, what is a need to a 3-year-old? And this is a replyable question. I'm asking for your response right now. What is a need? What does a need represent to a 3-year-old? What exactly is a need to a 3-year-old? A need to a 3-year-old is what specifically? Air, water, shelter, food. Perfect, David. Thank you for your response. Now, this is important because if we constantly are walking around saying, I need, yeah, it's a need. I need to do this or I need to do that, automatically, I'm going to show you the Jedi trick here in a second. When I say I need, yep, I'm automatically, what's up, Carlos? I can't. Yep, what's up, Christy? I need means I can't live without. So if we are constantly walking around saying, I need to do this and I have to do that, here's a shift for you. And we're going to do this one out loud. Just give me a second. Ready? The shift from I need is I require. I require support. I require going to the store. I require washing the dishes. I require going to the gym. All right? So let's practice. So say I need and then say I require and see which one you feel more empowered with. So I need and I require. And ultimately, here's the thing, is these may not seem like a lot of difference or a major shift. You may be like, this shit don't work. Trust me. Practice it. Use it. Make a commitment to be consistent with it until you change the way that you think and what you say. And you come back and tell me that your life is not different, that your stress levels are dramatically different. You're showing up better. You are having total differences in the quality of connections that you're making and the quality of the outcomes that you are creating because you literally are raising your emotional vibration every time you make a word shift. And every time you make a word shift and you completely change the dynamics and how your body is showing up, your external environment will validate all of that through the people, the places, the circumstances, the situations, and events that show up, and the quality of all of those are indicative of what is exactly coming out of your mouth. Awesome. So here's the next one. This happens a lot. I catch myself doing this a lot, and you probably will be able to resonate with me. Hey, what's up, Kristen? Tell Blake I said what's up. So right now, this is a big one. Like, this is a really unconscious response that a lot of people say. When I ask them, they say, I don't know. I don't know. I said, well, how about this? What if you did know? What would your response be? And they're like, well, if I did know, I think this and I think that works. Perfect. And you can go back and catch the replay too, Kristen. It's very important because we have body language, automatic responses that are embedded in us from mom and dad, from just our environment. So you get to be 100% super conscious and aware of everything that comes out of your mouth, especially the fast, quiet ones. When something happens, you say, well, I don't know. Well, guess what happens? When you say, I don't know, you don't know. Your subconscious shuts down because your conscious mind cancel. You've had an unconscious response that your conscious mind put out that totally shuts down your subconscious. So when you say, I don't know, guess what? You don't know. That's right, David. Look, abundance is all around us. It's everywhere. It's inevitable to be abundant. Once you line up with who you truly are, you line your language up, validating that, abundance is everywhere. In the form of people, places, circumstances, situations, and events, God desires for us all to thrive. And it happens when we align with what his purpose, with what his word is, with what his laws are. It has nothing to do with religion. Religion is a man-made ridiculous. It's created more wars than I care to even imagine. Scripturally speaking, using it as a book of laws, it's a completely different experience. Okay? So, I don't know. Here's some options. I like that. It's a good shift, Dave. I don't know. So here are your upgrades. Okay? So try I don't know out loud and then say I choose to know. Or I give myself permission to know. Or I give myself permission to remember. I give myself permission a lot. I give myself permission to forgive myself when I fall off the wagon and eat pizzas all weekend. I give myself permission to forgive myself if I've been beating myself up, and then I vote my victory. If you did not catch the one where I talked specifically about voting victory, which was last night's training, make sure you go back and invest the time, because the 3 trainings I've done over this last week are game changers. Like literally game changers. If you go back and invest an hour and a half for all of the trainings that I did over the last 3 days, and you implement and execute the wisdom I share with you, your life will change immediately. What's up, Chris? Hey. Thank God for Huey Lee for my back scratcher. So, here's the next one. This is a good one. Because there's a lot of times where as human beings when things happen and we are like, man, this is too hard, it's too difficult, it's too tough, what am I going to do? You say, I choose to make this fun and easy. Like when you feel your butt pucker up and you get tense and you get tight, immediately say it verbally, because right now my opinion is there's probably a few people who are on my call right now who have integrated this enough to where they can say it internally and their body will shift. Until you learn it and until you absorb it to where you are subconsciously competent, not unconsciously competent, subconsciously competent. What happens is your body's not going to dial it down yet. So say it verbally so you can hear yourself, and then watch your body shift. When you say, I choose to make this fun and easy, you're going to go, psh, I will. I can. I'm seeing differently. I'm being seen differently. I desire what I'm hearing. All of this information will go on and will show up. Okay? So, I choose to make this fun and easy is very important. That's probably one of the biggest ones that I say are most important. All right, we're going a little over time. We're almost done right now. We're going to knock it out. All right, so I need and require, we already talked about this, and I really only have a couple more. So really this one, this is the big one. Like you see this a lot of time on Facebook. The whole quotations, FML quotations. Does anyone not know what that means before I express myself fluidly? FML. People say that. F my life. Cancel. Bless my life. I am blessed. I am highly favored, deeply loved. All of that. So my invitation to you is this in closing. Shaking my head, that too. My invitation to you is this. Get really serious and conscious about what you're saying. I promise you, as you make these shifts and you are aware of what's going on coming out of your mouth, your life is going to change in dramatic ways. Dramatic ways. Like ways that you and I possibly cannot even comprehend. Because what you're saying now is going to reverberate out into the ethers and your life is going to change. You have people coming into your life 5 to 10 years from now that are being set up now because of what you're doing to change. And it really is a lot more simpler than what people make it out to be. And if you really want to make the fastest difference, cancel. If you really choose, that's how that happens. I self-coach myself all the time. A lot of you will find myself and I will say something and I'll make a shift in the middle of it, and that's completely fine. So I choose versus I want is very important. So hey, that's all I have for you. I'm going to open up an opportunity for you. If you choose to take your education and your investment in learning in yourself and mastering what it is I'm sharing with you tonight, I'm going to open up an opportunity for you to invest in yourself in our emotional breakthrough training. Here's what it is. It's 4 hours of all of this stuff. You're getting into heavy-duty language code. You're getting into a lot of stuff that people say, and you're getting into the alternatives that are available to you. You find what works for you. It's 4 hours of this. It's packed. Here's what I'm going to do for you. Typically, that is a $499 training. For the next 6 people and for the next 6 hours, I'm knocking $300 off of it for $199. If you're going to take advantage of it, go to thinkgreatloseweight.com now. Go to Education Center, and then go to Emotional Breakthrough. And when you get there, there's going to be a little code box. In the code box, Type the word emotion and hit apply. It'll knock it down to $1.99. And I have a bonus for you. I actually have 2 of them. As a free gift for you, I'm going to give you one of my grocery store training videos that I typically charge $50 for. And it goes in and talks about ADD, talks about boosting your digestion, boosting your immune system, all kinds of fun stuff where I literally roll through the grocery store for an hour and talk about all kinds of fun stuff that's at your grocery store too. Everything that I'm doing, you can do easily. You just require some support and some guidance from someone who has already done that, been there, and is still doing it, and that's what that means for you. And on top of that, your last bonus is I'm actually going to add you to our closed Facebook group to where you can ask questions and you can intermingle with the rest of our crew where we gladly reach out and support and provide value for you. So that's all I have. Hopefully you got some amazing value out tonight. I'll go back through and check all the questions and make sure I got everyone. If you have any questions, make sure you shoot them and post them in the group, and I'll go back and answer them for you. And just so you know, look, I really appreciate your time because I know there's a lot of things you could be doing on Thursday night. As a matter of fact, there's a whole lot of people doing a lot of things on Thursday night. And I tell you what, you will be blessed because of what you did and what you actually absorbed tonight. I assure you and I guarantee you. Go back and watch my training multiple times. It's free. If you're serious and ready to take your health and wellness and your mental mind space to the next level, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself through our programs and watch what happens for you. That's all I have. Have an amazing night. And remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness every time. Talk to you soon. Tomorrow's Friday, so no, I'm not doing a training, and Saturday, no, I'm not doing a training. So Monday it is. I love you. If you have something that you would love for me to discuss, shoot me a message. I'd love to connect with you. And hey, also too, high level achievers. If you're ready and serious to take your stuff to the next level, I got something for you. I just launched a semi-exclusive small group setting high-level achievers training where I'm specifically going to go through and teach you all the stuff that I do around your lifestyle and what you're looking to create in your life for 4 weeks. If that sounds interesting to you, message me. We'll talk about it. We'll get you the details and we'll find out whether you are a good fit for what I'm doing. Have an amazing night. I appreciate you. Have an awesome night. Choose to make it fun and easy. Give yourself permission to forgive yourself. Vote your victory always. Vote victory of others so you're not judging them. That way you're voting love versus karmically taking on what it is you're judging them for. That's all I got. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.